Okay, this is Act 2 finale, part 4. So we're at measure, we're at measure 1 of part 4. So this is a section where you are again in 3 groups. Though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose the path. You guys have come on, you've sung the beginning of the finale, part 3, where everybody comes in during Children Will Listen. And now you're ready to come in as a full ensemble. So remember, the first group's going, though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose the path, though you may encounter wolves, you can't just act, you have to listen. You can't just act, you have to think. That's your part, so you just hold that. The next group 2 goes, though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose the path, though you may encounter wolves, you can't just act, you have to think. You can't just act, you have to think. And you hold that. And then the last group goes, though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose the path. And that's all you guys do. You don't do this or this. That's group 3. And then everybody's moving on. There are always wolves, there are always spells, there are always beings or giant dwells. So that's where you're moving into the 4 lines to do the weave. Make sure the lines meet and make sure they spread across the stage. So if you go right to position, it shouldn't be a big deal. There are always wolves, there are always spells, there are always beings, there are giant dwells there. So on into the woods, you begin the weave. You're going into the woods, you go again, you have to every now and then. Into the woods, no telling when, be ready for the journey. Into the woods, but not too fast, or what you wish you lose at last. On at last is your last pass, and what you wish you lose at last. Or what you wish you lose at last. And that's that. That's the end of the weave. So the weave goes so into the woods you go again, all the way to the word last. Please make sure as you weave, you are looking outwards, singing outwards, so we don't lose your voices. Okay, and then we have men sing into the woods but to mind the past. So from the weave lines, the men step towards the center and the women step towards the outside shell. So men clump in the middle, women clump to the outside. So what you wish you lose at last. Men walking, women clearing, into the woods to mind the past, or but mind the past, and women are taking their final steps back into the woods but mind the future. And then you have into the woods but not to stray, or tempt the wolf, or steal from the giant. So into the woods, you grab your partner, whoever it may be, but not to stray. Grab them and keep them from straying. And then you're going to walk to your next section. All right? Or tempt the wolf, or steal from the giant. So just to review, you do the 3 parts, though it's fearful, though it's deep, though it's dark, and though you may lose the path, though you may encounter wolves. You can't just act, you have to listen. The other group does the same thing, and the last group just does this, this to this, and that's it. And then everybody walks into the weave lines on there are always wolves, there are always spells, there are always beings or giant dwells, and then it's the weave lines. So into the woods you go again, you have to every now and then. Into the woods, be ready at the dark before the journey. Into the woods, but not too fast, or what you wish you lose at last. The word last, you stop the weave, men walk to the center, women clear to the U. Into the woods, but mind the past. Women clear into the woods, but mind the future. Grab your partners into the woods, but not to stray, or tempt the wolf, or steal from the giant. And now you should be in 2 clumps. So you grab your partner and you pull them over to left clump or right clump. And that is the first section of finale part 4.